My name is Metcalfe and I'm the curriculum team leader for Floristry and Art and Design. Today I'm going to be making a buttonhole, a carnation buttonhole. So I've got some different resources here that I need to be able to construct a buttonhole. So I have a 90 gauge wire, I have some parafilm, I have some thinner wires which are the silver wires, and then I have my materials. So firstly, what's most important is to make sure that you keep your parafilm warm. So I always keep it in the apron, my pocket of my apron, and you can see that the tape will stretch. If the tape is cold, it will just snap. So it's really important to make sure that it's nice and warm. So taking the 90 gauge wire, and if you hold your thumb and index finger really low down, you have more control of that wire. If I try to push from the bottom, all that's going to happen to the wire is it's just going to start to twist. So just feeding it through like so until it comes through the top. This type of technique is called the hook method. So what I'm going to do is just very gently bend the wire back, and you pull the wire until it hits the calyx that's here. Don't pull it too tight because the wire will just come straight through the bottom of the stem. Using the parafilm, I'm going to twist and stretch my tape. And you could stop about a third of the 2/3 of the way down. The next thing that you need to do is cut the wire straight. And the reason why we cut the wire straight is we don't want any of the wire to be protruding through the bottom of where you've taped. This is asparagus fern, buttonhole fern, so I'm going to do one more of these, and I'll show you. These ones have already been wired and taped. I'll show you how to do that. So using one of the silver wires, which is the lightest gauge wire, just going to take one of those, and you just put this through one of the branches that's coming off of the asparagus so that you make a loop. And you twist that around the natural stem and around the other wire. Again, you need to parafilm this. With wedding work, you need to ensure that all your materials that have been wired are taped. Using the carnation, you'll notice that if you flap open the carnation, it will slightly lay more forward here. So this is going to be the front of the buttonhole, this is going to be the back. So just placing your stems together parallel. So I put one at the back, and then I'm going to place one either side. The parafilm will hold and stick together your main wire of the carnation. Then we're going to tape all three of the pieces of the asparagus to the main stem of the carnation and twist around, and then at the base make sure that you twist a bit more before you pull off that tape so that there's no wire again protruding. Just to make this look a little bit more designer, what I'm going to do is just using a kebab skewer. As you can see, it just puts a nice little twist on your design. When we are using pins, you always put the pin to the front. And the reason why you do this is that if you was to put the pin right the way through, somebody was to grab the buttonhole, they could pierce their fingers. So always at the front like that to deliver it. And that's your carnation buttonhole. Thank you for joining me today, and goodbye.